Hey guys, what's up? Today I want to show you a Qriket thing I've been doing for the past couple of months. It's a technique where I've been making about $50 a month with it. This is on the 15th of June, this screenshot right here, directly before a cash out. As you can see in my cash balance, I have about 25 bucks. In my spin balance, I have about 150. And then what I did was cash out. Here's the payment proof. I got it in PayPal instantly. Sometimes it takes a few days with Qriket, but this one was instant, thankfully. And as you can see, it's not exactly $50 because I'm a US citizen. If you're Canadian though, you get pretty much $50. And the reason I'm not getting $50 exactly is because PayPal fees and then currency conversions. But anyway, let's talk about making $50 a month with the Qriket app and how I've been doing it per month. So, what you got to do, if you guys haven't signed up with Qriket yet, then you can do it with Facebook, you can do it with an email, but I'll leave a link to download the app in the description. And then what you got to do when you get on the app Qriket is you have to use the Get More Spins function at the bottom here. Now, you will not have the spin shop as it shows for me when you do this. You're going to have something called free spins. You get 5 to 10 of these per day. And these are just videos you have to watch. You get one spin after each video, do offers, stuff like that. And then there's also videos that Qriket puts out themselves of people winning spins and stuff like that. But anyway, you have to watch 5 to 10 of these videos. Then once you do that, you're going to have the spin shop. Now, if you've been using Qriket already, you're going to be ahead of the game because most likely you have cash in your balance, which means you're pretty much golden to start this technique. If you're new to Qriket, you're going to have to do these free spins for a while in order to build up your cash balance so you can start doing this. And you're going to see what I mean in a minute. So, this spin shop allows you to buy Qriket spins with your cash balance. And by the way, I recommend if you're going to do this, don't use any of these smaller ones at the bottom here, like 5 to 12. Just go for the 50 because as you can tell from converting it yourself, this is the best option, the most expensive option. And I'm at square one with this. So buy out your entire cash balance on Qriket for spins. And you're going to have anywhere 300, 400, 500 spins. It all depends how much you had in your cash balance. And then what you want to do is just continuously spin on Qriket. And you want to end up with more than what you started with. Now, that's a little bit easier said than done. So I'm going to go ahead and spin here. I'm probably not going to win this one because it's too high. And I'll spin a few times to quote-unquote what I call test the waters. I want to see how the spin pool's doing and what the win-lose ratio is. I recommend a win 3 times, lose 2, but if you want to go on beyond testing just 5 spins to see how it is, then for a 10 spin ratio, I'd usually recommend a win 6 times, lose 4. And the reason you want to have a nice spin ratio when you start, when you're testing the waters, is so that way you will make more than what you started with. So then I'll spin 100 times, and then I'll test the waters again and make sure it's still a good win-lose ratio. Then I'll spin another 100 times, test it to make sure everything's still good, and then sooner or later, after I test it, I'm going to see that I'm just losing over and over. Like I'm going to have a 0-10 ratio. I'm going to lose 0 times, or excuse me, I'm going to win 0 times and just lose every single time. And that's the point where Qriket cuts you off. I'm not sure where the exact cutoff value is. I think it's different for each day, but that's the point where you have to quit this technique. But then, when you run out of spins, and depending on how many spins you have, I've had over 1,000 spins before. And it takes a few days to run through all those to get your cash balance back up. So, and if you only have like 200, you may be able to empty your spin balance and have a big cash balance, bigger than what you started with, good spin ratios every day. But once that spin balance starts getting bigger, you're not going to be able to do that. So it may take a few days to empty out your entire balance. So then at that point, whenever you have a 0 spin balance and a bigger cash balance than what you started with, then you repeat the process again. You buy out your entire cash balance for more spins, and then you're going to spin all those spins, get it back to 0, buy out the cash balance, get a big spin balance, spin all the spins, make sure you have good ratios, and then end up with more cash than what you started with. And as you can see, that's going to build your balance. And you have to get all the way up to $25 because that's the minimum cash out. But do not cash out at $25 when you have 0 spins in your spin balance. You want to make sure that you have $3, $4, $5 extra so that way you can buy some spins and still be able to cash out. And as you can see in that photo, I bought 150 spins worth from my cash balance. So I had about $28, and then I bought $3 worth of spins, which was like 150, and then then I cashed out and I could start this again without having to do the free spins for a while, because the more kindling you have in your fire to start it, the easier it is to get the fire going. So I would recommend even anywhere from 200 to 300 spins to get started, but I wanted to cash out on the 15th to stay on schedule, and hopefully that doesn't affect my earnings this month. But anyway, that is the Qriket spin technique, as I call it. You make $50 a month with Qriket on average lately. Now, this is no guarantee, but I've been getting pretty lucky with it. It's been working extremely well for me, and I recommend you guys give it a shot too. Once again, download Qriket, link in the description. But in the meantime, I'll talk to you guys later, and have fun making money. And I've been getting about $5 a month with it. So we're going to go through how you can earn with Bing Rewards and just the normal stuff we talk about with making money online. So for those of you who don't know what Bing Rewards is, go to bing.com, and Bing